Do artists really have to starve to be true to their craft? Must the business side of creativity drain all inspiration? No, it does not. 5 minutes on creative entrepreneurship can help you master the business side of creativity, reap greater rewards from your talent, and enjoy your work to the fullest.
I'm so glad trouble don't last always.
Digital marketing has revolutionized the world of advertising. After my art school days, I spent a few years in advertising. Back then, ads consisted almost exclusively of print, television, and radio. And creating ads, as well as buying media, was expensive. But then the internet arrived, introducing all sorts of new channels, and the entire marketing paradigm was upended. One of the changes was the elimination of the high financial bar to entry for advertising. Now anyone can quickly launch an online ad campaign and spend as much or as little as they want. And that includes you. It's quite simple to start an advertising campaign for your creative business. But should you? I'm Eric Holter, and I've been a serial creative entrepreneur for over 3 decades. After graduating from Rhode Island School of Design in 1991, I could cut and print beautiful wood engravings. But I had no idea how to run a business. They just don't teach enough about business in art school. There's no question that online advertising has changed the marketing world. And there's also no question that it works. Back in the day, large corporations would spend millions on advertising campaigns. Broadcasting their messages in print and over the airwaves. But exactly how effective those campaigns were was difficult to measure. Not so with online advertising. This data-driven environment is 100% measurable and testable. When you get it right, you can start counting the clicks and conversions. And when you misfire, that failure has nowhere to hide. But here's the thing. While online advertising absolutely can work for certain kinds of products and services, it's not the best fit for marketing a creative practice. In your case, it's almost always a complete waste of money. Let's consider why this is and then some alternatives to buying online ads to market your creative practice. Online ads work best for transaction-based consumer products. If you're selling clothes, picture frames, or even digital products like music and movies, you can readily measure whether your ad campaign is working based on the click-through rates and checkout completions. When you're selling a service, particularly a professional service, there's nothing to add to a cart. No one completes a purchase for a professional service in an online shopping cart. People decide to hire a professional because they have vetted them, believe they have the capacity to deliver, and perhaps more than everything else, they trust that you will deliver. Establishing trust is an essential part of marketing a professional service, and no one is going to complete the sale without establishing that trust. That's why I've yet to find a creative entrepreneur that's experimented with online advertising and found that it worked. Instead, they quickly cut their losses, stopping campaigns and wishing they had their money back. And it's not because the campaigns weren't optimized or failed to find the right colors or wording through A/B testing. It's simply that professional services aren't bought that way. In fact, online advertising could even backfire, unintentionally degrading your trustworthiness. There's a world of difference between a prospect seeing your content in organic search results, which conveys a lot of confidence, to seeing your service in paid ads. Anyone can throw money into an ad campaign, competent professionals as well as charlatans and hacks, and everyone knows this. So seeing your business in a paid ad could degrade your brand image when a prospect starts to associate you with those less scrupulous advertisers. I'm not saying that advertising can't ever work for a creative service, but it's highly unlikely, not to mention costly. I think creatives experiment with advertising because they're looking for a shortcut to finding new clients, but there are no shortcuts in marketing. Instead of wasting money on online ads, you need to invest time creating content that expresses insights, demonstrates competence, and validates your experience. That approach to marketing not only generates good leads, but begins to do that all-important function of establishing trust. Content marketing is a proven approach. Online advertising is proven to waste your money. Until next week, don't let the business of creativity overwhelm your creative business.
5 Minutes on Creative Entrepreneurship is a podcast by Eric Holter, mentor to creative entrepreneurs. You can find more content and resources at erichholter.com. His book, Blazing the Freelance Trail, is available on Amazon in print, Kindle, and audio. If this podcast is helpful to you, be sure to share it with your colleagues, and ratings and reviews are always appreciated.
I'm so glad trouble don't last.